lovely to meet you. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Thank you for welcoming me here. My name's Kalie. I'm from Northampton, originally from the Midlands. I'm a motorsport marshal at the moment and I have been since 2011. I do quite a bit of fundraising in our local community and my background is mainly sales and marketing.
And why was it motorsport? What got you into it originally?
When I first met my husband, he was helping out with the BMW Championship and I just went along just to see what goes on and what not. And eventually I started having a bit of banter with the drivers and the organisers, and then I ended up being on the committee, so I was helping running the championship and doing all the PR stuff and the catering and their social media and whatnot.
Everything?
Well, sort of, it was only a small group, it was only a club meeting, so it was quite, and once I get into something I tend to just take it full on. It's either all or nothing with me, unfortunately.
Well, so, I think that's a great way to be though. And
yeah.
So nowadays, as a marshal, what does your role entail? Where would we find you at a track?
Mainly I'm in the assembly area, so what happens is the cars come to us first and we're the ones that will send them out for qualifying, and once they've been qualified and we get their grid sheets, we'll put them in a dummy grid. We put them in order, so that way when they go to start line it all looks nice and professional and they come in there, the 2x2s. So that's our main role.
And of course we're just down the road from Silverstone here at Brackley. Have you marshalled at Silverstone at the Formula 1 races?
Yes, I've done my third F1 meeting now.
Wow.
And obviously I was lucky enough to be selected to do 2 this year, the back-to-backs. I am a Silverstone-marshal with their team. So it is my home circuit and I tend to concentrate there, as well as being a bike marshal as well for Race Safe.
Do you have any time off, Kalie?
Not really. I think last year I did over 61 days volunteering, and by the time this year finishes I think I'll probably do about 31, which is about half the season due to COVID.
And you are a big fan of Lewis Hamilton.
Absolutely.
When did you start following Lewis?
I think it was just before he joined McLaren really, and then I've just been following him, seeing his progression, and he's just like a magnet, you know, as well as being a fantastic driver. I think it's just his personality, and I think he's just so down to earth.
And what do you make of how he addresses the issues of inclusion and diversity in motorsport and in the wider world? I
think it's been a long time coming, and for him to step up now, and he's got that platform, I just think he's absolutely brilliant. He's using his platform in such a positive way, and if he can't do that, then I think something's wrong.
And what's it like for you being a marshal? Obviously, as a woman in motorsport, you are in the minority. How do you find working as a marshal?
I did find it quite strange, because you look around without sounding offensive, but it is all white, and I thought I quite take pride in my appearance as well, so I've there turned up with my hair and my lippy and thinking, you know, I'm a marshal sort of thing. Thinking,
but you can do both.
Where does she come from sort of thing? And then you do notice that you are the only coloured girl, and being Indian as well, and people say, oh, what got you into it? It's not really your background sort of thing. And I thought, well, no, not really, but I've got into it through my husband, and I've had an interest in motorsport anyway. It was just another little thing that carried on from the championship that I stopped working with, and somebody says try marshalling, and otherwise I'd never ever have thought about it.
And watching what Lewis does that help you want to keep going in the world of motorsport and to
gosh,
push the
definitely.
barriers?
I wish I was doing this I'm 52 now, and I started quite late, like I said, in 2011, and I wish I'd done it years ago and been a bit more into motorsport, and God knows where else.
And do you see younger girls coming into the sport as well that you could maybe mentor and nurture a little?
I hope so. I mean, a couple of years ago with the governing body, I did volunteer my services to be on the autosport recruitment stand, and I just thought it'd be nice for a girl of colour or Asian girl thinking, oh, and you know how the autosport shows that you get all that much public, and I thought it would have been a good thing, but didn't hear nothing, just fell on deaf ears.
Well, you're here now at Mercedes, so this is a chance, isn't it, to kind of reignite that?
I think so. I think, you know, we just need to be out there, be on flyers, be on the leaflets. You know, it does attract all kinds of people, and I think it scares people, I think, a little bit in our colour, that if you're not on the screens, if you're not in the magazines, maybe it's not for you kind of
If you can't see it, you can't imagine being it.
I think so, and I think what Lewis is trying to do is opening it to everybody. It's not a matter about if you're skillful or not, but if somebody doesn't know, if somebody's got a dream, they don't know which avenues to take, or, you know, there's nothing, open a magazine and you can see a coloured girl or Lewis Hamilton or whatever, you think, wow, she's doing it, why can't I do it?
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, should we get the iPad over? Because I think I would love to show you something. Well, we asked Lewis what he thought about you coming here today. So let's, let me get this working properly so we can start from the beginning. Here we go.
Hi Kalie, I hear that you're at the factory today, and I heard about the message that you wrote the team. So firstly, I wanted to say a huge thank you to you for what you do as a marshal and for what all the marshals do, because I think, you know, you guys keep us safe. And I often think to myself, you know, you guys are the unsung heroes, and so a big thank you and appreciation to you for just all these years keeping us safe. Otherwise, the message and the inquiry you made, I think it's amazing that you take a note and want to get in touch and figure out how we can work forwards together to make the sport more diverse and inclusive. I can imagine as a woman, it's also a male-dominated area that you work within, so we definitely need to work together to understand what the barriers are and you know, really hold people accountable.
Exactly,
as I'm sure you
that
know.
is the word.
So
is
thank you so much for being a leader in that space, and I hope that we as a team can help. I hope that what I'm doing also can help find what those barriers are with you, and together we're stronger. So I want to send you a lot of positive energy, have an amazing day, and yeah, I hope that you're staying safe.
Oh, bless him. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It's wonderful that you've got in touch. It's obviously given Lewis something to think about as well, and he wanted to send you a message. So, no, it's fabulous, and we can tell by your wonderful necklace that obviously he's a huge part of your life and working in motorsport. So we will get you that little clip there. So you can keep that and just keep doing the wonderful things that you're doing at tracks and in the motorsport community, and obviously in the bigger communities as well. So thank you so much, Kalie. Don't worry. It's wonderful. It's so lovely to meet you.
Just get it out there that it's open to everybody, and it shouldn't be just inclusive to just certain people, really.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here today.
Thank you.
So lovely to meet you.
Thank you.